What's going on, my dude? We are live and alive. Welcome to Wednesday Night WINsel. In this stream, we kick back, relax, listen to some fucking lo-fi beats, and just chill, my dudes. We're live and alive. Going live a little bit late tonight, but figured I would do something today. So we'll see how many people we get in here today. Honestly, so it should be a pretty fun stream. I think it's better to stream later on in the evening, if only because I feel like more people are out. People are actually home and shit like that. So yeah, it always feels kind of I feel like whenever I stream in the middle of the day, it's kind of a dead show sometimes. So, what's up, Clandestino? How you doing, buddy boyo? How you doing, dude? Oh boy. Over for Europe cells on these late streams. 2 a.m. for me right now. Holy shit. 2 a.m.? Why are you up still? Why are you watching this random ass stream, bro? The fuck are you doing? Oh my god, dude. I love God, that last stream was so funny. Oh my god, there were so many funny moments in that last stream. Some parts I actually missed because I ended up walking away from the mic. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Very funny stream. Very funny. I need this. What's up, dude? How you doing, Jay? Mystery be doing the Lord's work with these chill streams. Yeah, dude. It's always nice to have a nice chill middle of the week stream. We just come on in and just chill, my dude. Just chill. Oh man. Let's see what we got. Anything? I don't think I have any good content really to go over today. Oh boy, what's Discord? Someone needs to make the Fed raise interest rates to 20%. They aren't going to. Nice timing. Nice, perfect timing. Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for saying that, Finley. That's how you doing, dude? I'm a night owl. I usually listen to some bullshit in bed. Good cope. Good shit, dude. Bro, you gonna read that Wheat Waffles article, dude? Dude, that was the. Oh, dude. Dude, that fucking dude. Wheat Waffles, dude. We gotta cover it. Fuck it. We're gonna cover that. We gotta cover it, dog. I can't believe this is real. Dude, I cannot believe this article is real. I cannot believe it. I just can't believe it, dog. I just can't believe it's real. I'm like, this is fucking real? Like, the memes write themselves sometimes, dude. Like, he literally made the fucking paper, dog. He made the papers. I mean, does this confirm him as being the king of the black pill? He made the papers, dog. I don't know why it's in this view. I can't seem to get it to not be in this weird view. It's like it's for a this has a horrible layout. Holy shit, this looks bad. What the fuck? This looks horrible. Oh man, does this actually have the It does. Okay, this is perfect then. Oh man, good timing. Just got back from the gym. Them high schoolers trying to catch me lacking. Yeah, I go to the gym in the middle of the day sometimes, so I tend to be around mostly old people and the random onesie twosie people who show up and just show up at the gym around that time. So but it's kind of nice because I can actually kind of just walk in there and get a workout done and not have to worry about people being around. So it's kind of nice. Oh man. Here we go. Oh, dude, this is so sad. This is so sad, dude. My son is a dangerous online incel, spewing out vile misogyny, just like Andrew Tate. Inside UK's new hate something. I don't know what the fuck the rest of the headline says, but it is every parent's worst nightmare to have a child that looks like wheat waffles. I'm sorry, that their child will go off the rails in their school years. But Lawrence Wheatley and wife Joanne must have thought their job was done when they saw middle son Sam off to university. Sam Wheatley is his name. Sam Wheatley. Oh my god. A well-behaved student and outstanding athlete, Sam looked destined to succeed. However, 150 miles away from the cozy family home in Westcliff-on-Sea, Essex, Sam was starting to dabble in the dangerous world of incels. The word incel comes from involuntary celibates and refers to a group of young men active online who lash out at women for denying them sex and oppressing them. At Birmingham University, Sam, 22, began devoting hours to making videos about the subculture linked to hate speech and sexual violence, and eventually dropped out of his studies. Well, when you're making money off of fucking grifting men out of their money to tell them that they're fucking ugly, I can see why you drop out of school. Posting on YouTube, he now spews out conspiracy theories. Oh, dude, about how women in society are to blame for men missing out on relationships. See, look. It's literally not a conspiracy theory. Who else could it be? What else could it be? Now, you could say, well, it's the men's fault. Okay, well, how did the men get here? What? I don't know, this is weird how we just put all the blame on men, and women in greater society have no blame at all, man. Unbelievable. In one disturbing video, Wheatley says men with zero value are more likely to grape. Is he wrong? Is that even really true? In another, he goes to Birmingham University campus to ask female students to rate men's looks in an effort to back up his claim that women only care about looks. Man. Look, I feel like I have to defend Wheat Waffles here. If only because, like, why is this wrong? It's too funny. I don't know. Why is this wrong? Like, why is this wrong to do? Like, Dad Lawrence, 71, who deplores his son's sexist views, is exasperated. Hate-filled incel Trez Genko plotted to storm college sorority and kill 3,000 women out of hatred and revenge. He told the Sun, "I've heard some of his rubbish and I think it's crap." Oh, this is another article right here. Okay, well. Do you ever listen to any of his stuff? I haven't listened to it in a few years now. Half of it's misogynistic. I wish the thing would stop notifying me, dude. Oh my god, it's so fucking annoying. I don't know where he got all this from. I don't know why. It's mad, dude. I mean, I guess what do you expect from a 71-year-old old boomer who's on his fucking way out of the door or into the grave? What do you expect? I can't expect him to really understand that his son is, short, and that if his dad, or if the dad Lawrence was actually if his dad was living in today's era, he'd be single too. He'd be an incel too. So that's just funny. Lawrence, a retired pet grooming boss. Yeah, and he's a pet groomer too. He'd be incel, dude. No fucking way he's not. Became even more worried when he found out his son, who has an older sister and younger brother, flew to the U.S. to get advice from a fellow incel. He said Sam is always making these silly programs and he gets money for it. The idea is that they get a following. He speaks to this bloke in America about it. They've got a thing going. He's been out there. You can get in trouble for this stuff. I've told him before it should stop. There's other people getting in trouble for this, like Tate Brothers. What a load of crap they came out with. The Tate Brothers didn't get in trouble for fucking this shit. They got in trouble for doing other things, but I guess you could say they got exposed, not exposed, but they because of the I don't know, if you believe the conspiracy theory about it, right? But the Matrix came for me, right? I don't know. I haven't listened to it, but it's also misogynistic. What? Yeah, you tell me, dude. I just watched Collective Dismal's video about his Thai ex-girlfriend. I know you despise the guy, but his storytelling is fucking hilarious. Huh. Imagine the press talking about your channel to your parents. Isn't that, yeah, that'd be kind of fucked up, dude. The article goes into no detail about the actual issues incels talk about because they don't care. They don't care about men, dude. I can't expect... I no longer expect the mainstream media or anybody in academia or anybody anywhere to actually take this issue seriously. To them, it literally boils down to, well, the men are just shit, and the men should improve, and the men need to be doing X, Y, and Z, and it's like, okay, that's retarded. Police in Australia are investigating whether stabbing spree... Oh, this is another fucking meme. Incels have been thrust back into the spotlight this week after an Australian man... Why is this? Oh, okay, whatever. Australian man stabbed 6 people to death in a busy Sydney shopping center. Cops are probing possible links to the incel movement after the attacker, Joel Cauchi, targeted women. His only male victim was a security guard. Jill's dad, Andrew, blamed the killings on his son's frustration at not having a girlfriend. Well... See, like, nobody wants to hear this, but like, you have a bunch of like men with no hope in their heart. They don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw nothing out of. A lot of them are, if they do have a job that pays well, okay, they're just working just to work. They aren't going to find a girlfriend or a wife. Probably not going to happen for most men in this particular situation. So why would you not expect some subset or some portion of that population to not go fucking crazy? Like, it really just, like, it boggles the mind. Like, why would you expect these people to just lay down and take it? You should just expect it. Expect it to happen. The fact that you're not expecting it means that you're completely out of touch with what's going on in your own country. It's funny. It really is like it's a meme, dude. Like the whole world's a meme, dude. I can't believe that. Like, oh, how could this have happened? Oh God, how could this have happened? What do you mean? How could it have happened, dog? What the fuck do you mean by that? Like, come on, man. Britain witnessed an incel attack in 2021 when loner Jake Davison, whatever his name is, 22, shot dead 5 people, including his mom. They able to say mom. Maxine, 51, a 3-year-old girl, and her dad. Davison of Plymouth then turned the legally owned pump-action shotgun on himself. He had previously posted a rambling YouTube video describing himself as a fucking fat, ugly virgin and boasted about being a Terminator before his killing spree. Oh, man. Lauren said it is dangerous the way it influences people. You get these nutcases like you did in Australia. Oh man, dude, this is so... See, look, here's the reality. Like, this is the sad part about the fucking truth. Is that it's not so much that the truth causes these new ideas that we call the truth, the black pill, whatever you want to call it, right? The truth, the way it is, the whatever. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. It's not so much that the fucking truth caused this. It's the fact that they were lied to that causes this. If you had told them the truth off rip, they probably wouldn't be a fucking or rather, it wouldn't even a register in their mind that you know, they have a problem, or rather it might, but at least they already know what the problem is, right? Once again, most of these men, including myself, but I wasn't as naive, but even I still bought it for a long time, is that you were told that, hey, if you work hard and you go to school and you keep your nose clean and you do everything society tells you to do, there's a chance, a very high chance rather, that you're going to end up with a wife and a house and 2 cars and the American dream, or whatever they call it in Europe. You weren't guaranteed these things, but they were certainly within reach, right? And if you did everything right, you were going to be good to go. Okay, and then you end up with this weird, and then year after year goes by, and your son's 22 or 21 when he graduates, and then then he's 25, and the parents are like, okay, well, he's 25, he'll figure it out. Then he's 28, and his parents start wondering, well, isn't there something wrong with my son, or why isn't he married yet? What's going on? Then he's like 30, 35, and they're still wondering, well, why don't I have any grandkids? Oh God! And it's like, and then your son feels some type of way about this situation, and he goes crazy. He does something insane. But it's like, it's kind of funny because, like, when it say, oh, it's dangerous the way it influences people, it's like, okay, like, why is this danger only so like one-sided? It's dangerous. Is it really dangerous? I suppose you could say it is, right? Because they've been living a lie their whole life, that when you tell them the truth, they go crazy. Okay, so it could be dangerous to some extent, but it's like, the fact that it influences people is like, it is what it is. Everything influences somebody, right? It's almost a moot point. Like, duh, but I don't know, man. This is fucking funny. Like, anytime, like, an ideology pops up that challenges the mainstream, people say this is a dangerous thing. Is it really dangerous, or are you just afraid of the implication of what this thing actually means? They've been doing this shit for fucking centuries. Anytime somebody challenges the old guard, the fucking knives come out, and it's like, oh my God, bro, are you serious? Like, oh man. Just so funny. The question should be, why doesn't this happen even more? Well, because the goy slop, the sports ball, the porn, the weed, the drug, any other drug you can put your hands on, the mental health drugs, and everything else. I mean, all the rest of the copes that we all deal with. That's what keeps most men from going completely out of their mind at the end of the day. But once again, things are only getting harder and harder and harder every year. They can lie about the economy and how great the job market is and all this shit all they want, but a lot of people are starting to question, is this shit real, or am I something going on here? What's going on, man? So, but yeah, the fact that it doesn't happen more should surprise people, and not less. But yeah, why are they saying he's an incel if he didn't identify himself as one? Well, you mean the guy who did the stabbing, or the Davison? Soon men claiming to be virgins will be synonymous with incels. Watch, it's probably already happening, dude. I mean, incel has basically become the new virgin word anyway, right? It's become the incel de jure. So Dismal would actually had more interesting combos with mystery than most of the people in this channel. Too bad it turned out to be some beefalo. He actually has a pretty decent IQ. Okay, well, middle class dream. Yeah, men are sedated into not freaking out. Basically, yeah, what I just said. Yeah, the weed, the porn, everything else. Sam has stopped doing on his channel. He's living in Birmingham now. He's trying to do college. He dropped out previously, and he's trying to do it again. Oh, he stopped doing one of his channels. Did he stop doing Wheat Waffles? I don't know what's going on. The Sun today revealed that kids as young as 12 are being drawn into the incel movement. And drawn into it, or they just realizing that it's over for them. One expert said children are joining online forums as some of the words used by incels make their way into the mainstream culture. Chad and everything else. That's kind of funny a little bit, right? It is kind of funny. It is funny in a way. Incels are on the dark side of the manosphere, toxic online communities where men blame women for world problems. Aww. At one extreme, a self-proclaimed woman hater, Andrew Tate, 37, who, with his brother Tristan, 35, faces charges of human trafficking, rape, and organized crime in Romania. The pair then faced being extradited to UK on further accusations of rape and sexual assault. Incels buy into a theory that men are oppressed and their power has been taken away by feminists. Well, they're not wrong. I hate to say it, but it's true. Or rather, not by feminists per se, but by male feminists. I guess it's still true, but we got to specify here, right? They claim to have lost a genetic lottery. Well, this is true. Yeah, this is somewhat true. Like, if you aren't, why is this the wrong statement to make? And that there is nothing they can do to ever improve their lives or attract women because they will always lose out to good-looking men they call chads. Research done by Dr. Lewis Brace, an extremism researcher at the University of Exeter, says its most extreme followers can develop a school shooting mentality. Oh boy. He said there is more and more of this content online, and some aspects such as the word Chad are sort of seeping into the mainstream. Duh. Come on, man. It means boys age 12 and upwards are engaging with this content early on because it's an ideology pretty much designed to target people that age, going through puberty, socialization, working out who they are. Dr. Brace said most kids end up disengaging naturally, but a core group remain incels. Oh, dude. Oh, man. All right, dude. He added the ideology became the way of framing and understanding the world, and they can hit this point normally in their early 20s, which is when most incels carry out attacks, where their logic is so nihilistic they deem there's no way out of their situation. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah. They're not trying to change anything. They're trying to get revenge or find a release, and that's more in that school shooters than terrorism sphere. Incel attackers will always either commit suicide or attempt to commit suicide at the end of their attacks. One of the worst incel attacks took place in Toronto, Canada in 2018 when Alec AM, then 28, killed 11 people when he plowed a rented van into a busy street. He was jailed for life in 2022. Growing numbers of young Brits are being referred to the government's prevent terrorism scheme over the ideology. Statistics show that in the year March 2022, 77 males were referred, compared to 3 the year before. 77 males, only 77. Wow. Sam Whitley has more than 153,000 followers on YouTube, on 2 YouTube channels we have chosen not to name. Thinking errors. Oh, dude. He claims not to be a black pill incel, one of the most extreme. Oh, dude. He has clips that promote the idea that women reject men who are not good looking. I mean, what is he wrong? Is he wrong? So, like, the thing is that these guys never actually engage with the idea, right? Is he wrong? Is he wrong? Why would you assume that people are looking for people who are not fucking good looking, right? If men do it, why the fuck wouldn't women do it? It's kind of funny, right? The Davison guy, the one who said he's a fat virgin. Oh yeah. So weird that they reference the Andrew Tate, who is the furthest thing from an incel. Yeah, well, laugh my ass. If the fucking Tates had nothing in common with the average white incel, they are part of the problem. Yeah. Most incels carry out attacks, bro. Most incels are not violent. What the fuck? Yeah, they don't care. It feels like there's more and more recognition of what's going on. The Overton window is pushing to more and more normie commenters commenting on the stats. Yeah, well. AL was not incel. He admitted to using the label incel to get more attention and generate headlines. Oh, really? Didn't know that. He has clips. I already read that one already. In one video labeled "The Dark Future: Why 90% of Men Will Be Invisible in 5 Years," Wheatley gathers statistics which he claims all point towards dating being more unequal. Is he wrong? Like, is he wrong? Is he wrong? The message reads, "Gone are the days when every man had a chance, and in the days when the top 20% of men prevail." Yeah. In another clip called "The Consequences of Sexlessness Are Scary," he says men who grape women appear to be those with zero options. He says it appears that only people who steal are those who have nothing. Similarly, that's not necessarily true. I mean, the rich people steal all the time. They just steal in a legal way, but whatever, whatever. That in the dynamics between men and women, it appears that only those who steal are the men who have zero value and zero options. Okay, a quick Google search of men convicted of grape shows pretty much every one of them is the bottom 5% of attractiveness. Damn. Well, one more, it paints a picture that lower value the man, the less options he has, and the more likely he is to take and force getting what he desires. Yeah, I would say he's not necessarily wrong in some respect here, and in the fact that women openly say that, like, attractive men can't grape. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't even be considered a grape if they came onto them, right? But who knows if they're joking or not? But if you take them at face value, then obviously they're not joking and they're telling the truth, right? But who knows? Wheatley even runs a service to rate other men's looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Dr. Andrew Thomas is an evolutionary psychologist at Swansea University. In a report funded by the Commission of Countering Extremism, he found that 1 in 3 men who belonged to the incel subculture had thought about killing themselves every day for at least a fortnight. Well, that's depressing. He also found that incels are likely to be neurodivergent and have difficulties such as autism. He says mental health interventions are key to helping them. Oh, well, Dr. Thomas said we found that a fifth of these guys met the cutoff point used by the medical profession for anxiety and depression. I wonder why they have anxiety and depression, though, right? And, like, they never question, like, why do they have anxiety and depression? Oh, maybe because they're single. Why are they single? Ask that question. Why are you single? Well, you're single because of you can maybe be because they're not NT, so they're neurodivergent, they're autistic or some shit. Or it could be something else, but no one ever questions that one, right? No one wants to talk about the fucking the crisis of fucking depression out here with men, but men are just told to fucking eat the fucking pain and figure it out. So they believe the world is never going to change and that things are always going to be awful for them. These are types of thinking errors. They're not. That's the funny part is that academia makes up phrases like thinking error or whatever. Like, okay, like, come on. No, sometimes people's situations are that bad and that they're probably not going to get out of the situation, right? Okay, when 60% of your young men are single, there's something else going on, and only half of your young women claim that they're single, or just the half of the same amount. 30% say that they're single. Something's wrong, and then that's probably not gonna fix itself on its own. It's not going to. So once again, you should expect more crazy shit to happen. But once again, we keep trying to blame men or blame whatever. Yeah, whatever. But it is what it is. And I'm not saying men don't share any fault, but at the same time, like we have been literally like we have literally been like browbeating men for fucking years about this issue, and no one seems to want to take it seriously. People will say, "Well, sex isn't that important. You can live without it." Okay, well, that's easy to say when you have access to it. That's easy to say when you're already married and you already have kids and you've already kind of lived your life. Like, imagine being 20 again and being told, when you're, let's say you're 80 and being 20 again and being told, "Yeah, bro, we're gonna make sure that you don't have sex at all, or if you have sex at all, it's gonna be so fucking infrequent that it basically feels like you're not getting any at all," right? I mean, come on. Most of these guys wouldn't be able to survive in this era at all. They would have taken their fucking life years ago. If we take away the label of incel for a second and just think of them as young men who feel they have no mating prospects and feel excluded from relationships and have bad feelings toward themselves and others, Those types of men have existed for hundreds of thousands of years and will for hundreds of thousands of years to come. There will always be a section of society excluded from those relationship experiences. What is different right now is that it's easier for them to find each other online and build a sense of community. The world of incels is growing fast and it's terrifying. This is the second article here? It is, I guess, whatever. Boys are being taught to have a sense of sexual entitlement that goes way beyond anything even I have seen in my 40 plus years of campaigning to end male violence towards women and girls. The idea that boys are given permission to feel angry and violent towards women and girls that don't provide sexual services on demand is horrific. So like, nobody's asking for like sexual services on demand, and the men who actually get it on demand, well, you know, they're the chads, right? So I don't know. It's just fucking funny. Nobody's even asking for this shit like that. I've never seen anybody say women need to fucking just pull over. When I tell a woman to suck my dick, it needs to happen right now. So that almost never happens, dude. Men are just asking for a fucking fair shake. But it's not coming, dude, so it doesn't matter. These boys are tomorrow's sex buyers. Yeah, well, they are. They will grow into men that bypass developing normal, healthy relationship with women and instead purchase exactly what they want, when they want, whether or not the woman is consenting. Well, if they're buying it, the woman is consenting by definition. So that's how it works. They're being told that they have a right to sex. Are they being told that, or are they simply just being told, "Hey, man, you're fucked," and you know, good luck. And if you want to have sex, well, then you got to fucking you figure it out. And truth be told, it is. I'm not saying it's a right, but fuck, dude. Like, you can't say that it's not a need. If you see men going off the rails when they don't have it, you know there's something. You know that at the very least, there's a level of like a psychological or a physical need to having sex, right? So. And it's not even really the sex, right? It's companionship. It's the everything else that comes along with the relationship, right? But nobody seems to want to. Yeah, it's not always about the sex, right? But if they can't get a woman to do their bidding consensually, they will simply take what they want. So then we almost was right then, right? Because I don't know. This isn't just about boys and men sitting online in the basement, but also groups in poker clubs, bars, and football teams that give each other permission to behave in this appalling way. Sex is not a human right, and yet nothing is a human right. Human rights don't really exist, but whatever. Yet incels are normalizing the notion that women and girls should give them exactly what they want. Oh boy. Often when I publish articles condemning men for perpetrating acts of violence against females, I get angry emails from incels threatening rape and murder. They tell me that if women were not so uptight, they would not have to take what they believe is rightfully theirs. These men are being groomed to a culture of misogyny that should terrify us all. Oh, well, you mean the very culture that the one that you set up? Okay, that's funny. Hate preachers should be arrested for incitement to crime, and internet providers need to be on the lookout for dangerous content. It is time that our government, police forces, and child protection agencies do something to prevent these boys and young men from being caught up in this dangerous ideology. See, look, the more you try to like put it down and suppress it, the more it's going to come out. Eventually, like, people are going to realize that, I'm single and my friend's single and that guy's single and that guy's single, and like only two guys in my group have a girlfriend, and they all kind of look like look the same a little bit, right? I wonder what's going on here. Like, are you saying that asking that question is dangerous? Like, once again, like, the entire ideology of the mainstream media for years has been telling not just men, but people in general to ignore patterns that are obviously occurring in society. Oh, does a food cost more? Nah, bro, it doesn't cost more. Your eyes are just lying to you. Oh, are a bunch of young men single? Nah, bro, it's not happening. There's no crisis going on here with young men. They're just lazy and stupid. Okay, it's just funny how like everything that they fucking do is a fucking illusion, a puppet show, to get you to fucking ignore the 500-pound elephant in the fucking room. This is like gaslighting at the highest order. This gaslighting at the highest order. It's funny. Whatever, that's the name of the article. There you go. He opened the chat up. I read the article. At least I can get that one out of the way. Let's see. Here you go. There's the link. The person who wrote this article's brain is very smooth. Yeah, basically. First said that too. Oh, did he? I didn't know that. Oh. This is like saying that a poor person that wants money doesn't have a right. We should tell poor people to shut the fuck up and deal with it because nobody really has the right to money. Room temperature logic. Yeah, they don't care. Like I said, they'll do anything to avoid actually addressing the points that people make. They'll do anything, man. They'll do anything to avoid it. The left are labeling incels as terrorists because they want to leverage this narrative to ban guns. Hey, pray, I wouldn't surprise me, but it's kind of like when you can't criticize the star people, right? It's like, okay, so what is it about these people that makes them so impervious to criticism that you can't say anything about them? Like they can't be unapproachable or they can't be like so fucking, oh, they're so oppressed. We can't say anything bad about them. That's weird. That's weird, bro. Okay, they aren't perfect at all. We aren't entitled to sex relationships, but we also are entitled to uphold society. Yeah, we aren't. Yeah, that's true. Life as an unattractive man is just getting gaslit by everyone 24/7. Even in your sleep, people are gaslighting you and blaming you for things outside of your control. Ain't that the fucking truth, man? You aren't entitled to anything woman says as they draft you to war. Isn't that funny? Yeah, that's funny. That's a funny one. That's a funny one. The mainstream has gotten out of telling men pull yourself up by your bootstraps is unreal. Yeah. The real black pill is how men and women are compatible at all. Not anymore. Certainly not anymore. I mean, we live in two different worlds, dude. Two different worlds. It's not even close anymore. Yeah, back in the day there was a common culture amongst people. Now there's not. That doesn't even exist anymore, man. It doesn't even exist. I often ask myself every time we read these articles, how bad do things have to get before the NPCs stop avoiding the real issues and stop gaslighting men? They won't do it until there's a fucking a sword at the throat. I'll put it like that. That's what it's going to take. That's what I feel like it's going to take. They don't seem to care unless it affects them, right? Oh, man. What's up, Andre? How you doing, buddy?
What's good? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Yeah, I'm doing good. What's up? Anything you want to add?
I'm just catching up on the conversation.
Oh, cool. Good shit.
Yeah, I was overall fantastic shit. And, there's a bunch of shit going on there.
Is he still streaming, or is he still up, or what's up with him?
No, he just finished.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't think I watch his stuff that often, but he's pretty good normal most of the time. So I pop in sometimes and watch his stream. So I might watch it after the fact, after it airs. This is another funny. I'm gonna post this one here on the Can this be put in a simple view? Ooh, you can be. That's good. Can it? No, it can't be. I gotta read this the way it looks. Okay. I'll read this real quick. This is a pretty quick article on. It's not even an article. That's actually a forum post, but it's a pretty good one. Can I zoom in on this? I can, but the problem is that my fucking music's in the way. So let me make that smaller. Okay. This is a widespread societal change that I think most people are completely unaware of. This is from back in 2020, so this is back during Chat 19. The majority of women are sleeping with the top 10% of men, sometimes only the top 3 to 5%, with the rest barely getting anything at all. The sexual revolution was never about free love and sexual freedom. It was about women's rights to sleep with the few men they were actually all attracted to. The lower 80% of men instead saw their sexual freedom diminish drastically. Even the men not getting any do not realize how easily other guys are getting sex. It's like they live in separate universes. What's more, eventually these women need to settle down, often with the men who are their equals, but they do not see them as equals, as they have been having casual sex with men way out of their league for years. This is pretty much, this is very basic shit, but once again, like, you can go. The fact that you can go on a random forum and find shit like this is kind of funny, right? It's kind of funny. It is very funny to me. What's up, Vital Facets? How you doing, dude? You're on mute. Let's see. This is a deep societal problem and one that surely adds to the unrest among the population. Yeah, it will. You're seeing it now. You're already seeing it now. So, how do I know all this? I lived in NYC for 5 years and ran in circles where we were usually the best looking guys at the bar. The ease with which some friends got women was shocking, especially in contrast with other circles that I ran in, specifically nerdier programmers working at Fang. If I said the above out in the open, I would lose my job, but it's reality. Dang. Whew. He did an edit here though. He cucked out in the end. I've already read it before, but he cucked out. He says, "I agree that women should be free, and any opinion other than that is heinous." Oh, dude, you're a fool. What? Why can't you just like I said, like they're so close. They're so close, and then all of a sudden you're like, "Nah, man, I can't go that far. If I go that far, I'm a bad person." I don't know, man. Is going extinct really the best possible outcome for this problem? But I'm going to add a bit about sexual revolution part because I think it's critical. Monogamy is about stability in society. Half the reasons for pushing sexual restrictions and monogamy was because it stopped uprisings and stabilized relations. This is true. It has been a cornerstone of Russian society. All of these restrictions in the past had a purpose and stood the test of time. They were not random. When we remove these restrictions and societal opinions on sexual conservatism, we throw out thousands of years of hard-learned rules across society. Yeah, that's all tradition really is. It basically just customs and norms that worked for centuries, and somehow we think that we know better, and we just throw them all away because we think we have like we have like, oh, we made the wheel again, guys. Like, no, you didn't. This has happened before. Like, this isn't new. So yeah, that's the meme. Then of course there's all these cope ass replies. So yeah.
Yeah, the conversation that was being had is like kind of a recycled like conversation. Is that whether eight, nines, and tens are worth it?
What's that?
The conversation that was being had at the time was whether eight, nines, and tens are worth it. That was the initial conversation. But you know how these conversations go, like it drifts to other areas.
Are you?
You
I'm
said if
sorry.
the 8, 9, or 10 is worth it. Is that what you said? I couldn't quite hear you.
Yes, whether an eight, nine, or ten is worth it.
Well, I mean, if they're attracted to you, it's worth it, I guess. If you have to beta bucks for them, that's a lot of beta bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like I actually made an argument. I was talking about that where I was talking about that like yeah, my ex actually got approached by a rapper and I had to shut the shit down, but like he was acting like I was lying or whatever. But it's just like literally the content creators, fantastic, was talking about like that can happen, that kind of stuff can happen. Before I said this, if you move from like a big city to a small city type shit, which is exactly what happened to me.
So you moved from a big city to a small city and you had less success with women?
No, that's not what I said at all. I was saying
Oh,
that
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I was saying I moved from a big city to a small city, and I had like a rapper try to approach my girl at the time, and I had to shut the shit down. But they were getting at me like I was the fucked up one for shutting the shit down with them. Just like back in the day, those would have been dueling words.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Who? Wait, I'm sorry. Who shut who down? Was it the rapper and the girl shut you down? Or they talked down to you or
Well,
something? Or what happened? Sorry, go ahead.
I was basically saying that I went to a concert.
Yeah.
I brought my house out there, and she's actually like my kid's mom at this point now. But like at the time, like she was my girl, and you know, and I had that happen, and like I'm not gonna say she was a fucking 8, 9, or 10, but she was a definite like 6 or 7 without makeup. But
Oh,
like
okay.
I was trying to make the point that like it doesn't really matter like what your status is when confronted with the dude that has fucking more money than you or more status than you.
Yeah, when it comes to the 8s, 9s, and 10s, I've always heard that they're the old meme was that they're just kind of like part of the game. If that makes any sense? Like they're never really anybody's girl at any point. They're or if they are, they get passed around. They get passed around, so they're kind of just part of the game.
They're kind of
Yeah, good.
they're kind of deceptive because usually a lot of those girls, especially like the dime piece girls, they're not really toxic because like they're not toxic the way a 6 or 7 would be because they don't really have any like trauma in their life. Their life has gone like perfectly, but they're almost like an ethereal, like flighty little, like they're completely unrestricted in their movement in life. So they're you know they're so flighty. It's almost like you can't even really have any kind of relationship with them, romantic or otherwise, because they're just constantly moving on to the next thing.
Huh. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. A rebellion can only happen if black pill overtakes red pill. Many normies and male believe they have a chance if they just become red pill and act alpha. They don't understand looks based attraction. Yeah, this is true. This is true. Yeah, they don't. I feel like, I don't know. Oh boy. Truth be told, like enough comment sections I've been in. That's like one of my favorite things to do is look at the comment section of videos of like various things, and I want to see what the what people are saying, obviously, about the video or what they're saying in general. And a lot of men who, because that's what the manosphere caters to, are still under the illusion that, hey, if I just if I do X, Y, and Z, and I'll get better options or something like that. And once again, your mileage may vary, but it's kind of funny how they might acknowledge looks on like some weird like, oh well, yeah, this thing here matters, but you got to overcome it, bro. You got to make it happen, bro. And it's like, okay, I get it. Like, you can get surgery, you can get the hard surgeries or the soft surgeries, or get lose some weight or whatever you want to call it. But it's just something like genetic determinism really is like that's what they really need to accept, that they are what they are, and they need to accept it whole cloth, that there's an implication that with that statement as well, that that you are what you are, but they refuse to accept it, or they'll come up with a million other reasons why. In fact, I left a comment on a Jacked and Stacked. He put out a video on genetic determinism, and he was I left a comment there. I think at this point my comment is the top comment there right now, but it's kind of funny how it became the top comment. But a lot of people in there were actually complaining, saying that, well, hey man, this is supposed to be a red pill channel, and that this stuff is too negative, and this stuff is too negative, and stuff isn't true, or whatever you want to call it. And it's like, okay, like it may be negative, but it doesn't make it not true. It doesn't make it not reality.
Well, like, yes, that's a great thing that you brought up, because that's the thing, right? Because like, I'm not like I'm trying not to say the things that I could say, because like I was over on like BGS shit and like his Patreon shit and somebody was talking about like a post-apocalyptic scenario, and I was just like, bruh, if it ever came down to it, like you would not survive past a couple of days. And he didn't really take offense to it, but like he didn't also believe what I was saying. It's just like, bro, this is it's either like they take what you're saying like too negative or they take offense to it. Like,
Yeah. The post-apocalyptic, like all these people who like they want the apocalypse to happen because they've seen all these TV shows. I'm like, bro, it's not going to be like those TV shows. It's going to be closer to like prison or something like that. You're going to be like in danger constantly. It's crazy.
exactly. And the thing is, like the dude actually said The Walking Dead, and I was like, you realize if this was The Walking Dead, I would probably eat you after like a couple of days, right?
Yeah, mystery. And Andre, I think
Yeah,
your
like
mic is a little low. I could be wrong.
like
I could be wrong.
I probably took it a bit too far saying that, but like
Oh no, I'm saying your mic is low.
Yeah, it's a bit low.
Yeah, just yeah. I just want to say real quick, mystery, that I kind of avoided Jack and Stack's channel for a while, just because I don't know. Like I will say, because I feel like I'm a pretty black pill, but it's the most black pilling YouTube channel on YouTube to me is Austin Dunham. I can't watch their videos. They're tough for me to watch. I will be honest.
Wait,
and I know that
Austin Dunham or
yeah,
Jack and Stack?
Dunham, yeah.
Okay.
His videos are tough to watch because it's kind of like, I guess it's because you kind of know that is the pocket universe where, you know, because look, ever since I lost my hair, I don't get matches on any dating app anymore. Like that it's completely fucking night and day. And that's at me with my height. So, and I got to give it to Waffles. He was right on this. You're only as attractive as your worst feature. Yeah, Chips Clark said it. Austin's videos are rope fuel. So, but anyways, but what I was saying is that so I kind of avoided Jack and Stag's videos, but I'm really liking his format. Black Earth DBDR is not more black pill than Austin, because Austin literally shows you what the shit is like on the Tyrone side of the equation in a way where he's kind of low-key kind of bragging about it.
Yeah, that truth be told, I find a lot of the pretty boy channels to just be that, you know, bragging. You know, it's kind of like somebody who's like, truth be told, I kind of have the same thought process with these tradcon channels. Truth be told, at the same time, it comes off as like braggadocious in a way where it's like, oh, I had kids and I did this and I did that and yada yada yada. It's like, okay, you know, so yeah,
they're not, to me, they're not as bad because they and I don't want to go down this rabbit hole again, but they seem to be at least somewhat unaware of the black pill, whereas someone like an Austin Dunham like at least recognizes it. Now he is still grifting because he's trying to kind of convince you that, you know, that you're not too far from me. You just got to get into the gym and, you know, eat 12 fucking chicken breasts a day and, you know, get your hair transplanted, X, Y, and Z. But most men are not going to be able to reach that genetically, right? So, yeah, the Tyrone perspective, like King Doge just said, yeah, Chip Scott, man, he's so much on point. Seeing Austin videos and realizing you will never experience that. Not that you might experience it, you will never experience it. And to me, the closest that I got recently was when I was in a junior college. When I was in a junior college and I was dealing with women in that very limited capacity, I had to spend a lot of money to do it, and I kind of regret it. But at the same time, it was a different. You're able to trick yourself in that moment. And Mr. You saw that girl I was dealing with, but it was a very fleeting but nice feeling in the moment, because you're dealing with at least a caliber of woman that you probably shouldn't be too far off from dealing with, in a more fair sexual marketplace. But anyways, I don't want to ramble.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, at the end of the day, like, these the services that you pay for, it's there to simulate that what you should
Yep.
already have or what you maybe could be able to get access to. So, and it sort of it's a cope, right? So it makes you feel good for the moment, but then it's like shit,
Yeah. Absolutely, man.
And of
That's
course,
why,
once you fucking bust or nut, you really realize, oh shit, well, I wasted how much money on this or whatever you want to call it, and then you're like shit, and then you feel like crap.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. And that's unless you got the funds, but Tyrone said BBJ Mosby in terms of ranting. Oh man.
Do you guys think that dating apps will be around 5 years from now? Truth be told, I'm kind of I know that. What's that?
No, I'm saying like that's a good question because like how if they don't how can an app exist but it doesn't work for the vast majority of people who use the thing? So I don't think how can it exist?
Yeah,
like a video game company. If you had a video game company and you turned on the game and 80% of the people who bought the game were not able to play the game, then how long could that game be able to maintain its like how you know what I'm saying? Like how can this work in any other capacity?
Well, my thought process on the online dating apps is like women have all these other avenues to date. So if they're coming to like Tinder or Bumble to date, there's like some reason they're coming to that app, right? I mean, would you agree that there's some like other weird reason they're coming to that app instead of like using social media or using real life? Or
no, because the reason why is because basically, and it's just another means to find the best chat. So if you're a woman who, for example, is in a different city for a time, you might go on the app, throw on the app just to see, okay, what chats can I seek out while I'm in town for this weekend. So it makes sense for women to use it. It just doesn't make sense for men to use it.
Yeah, that's a great point. Also, the way you brought up, it's like dating apps is like. Because me personally, when I look on that shit, like the majority of the profiles, like they have a link to their fucking Instagram. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think
like I don't go to look on their Instagram, but the few times that I've had, the Instagram had links to, like a link tree that led to an OnlyFans or some type of shit like that. So I don't even bother looking these days.
Yeah,
like women can get connected to plenty of chads on social media, and men don't really understand that because men aren't on social media that much. But
they're on it.
I really,
but I'm saying it's different because your location is like on Tinder. Because Tinder is like, okay, if I'm on Instagram, like I don't know based on, it doesn't tell you how far away people are, but on Tinder or on Bumble, it can tell you who people are within a 15-mile radius, within a 20-mile radius. Who is the nearest available Chad?
Well, just think about it like this, right? Because you might have met this chick on a dating app. This is like how I got hip to it. You might meet a chick on a dating app, and then like you go to look on her Instagram, and then you see a colorful house. I'm like, that has to be in some like South American country or some shit like that. Like it's definitely nowhere near me.
Mm-hmm. Somebody said in the chat as well that I think that what I think is gonna happen is I think that dating apps are gonna slowly turn into like he said in the chat. I want to give him his credit. Sugar baby apps. Who said this? The Wavy said this. So no, I think the Wavy is right. It's gonna start to turn into sugar baby sites, and women are gonna basically put their shit up on the app, and then have a price, and the price is not only going to be for what the actual price is, but also for a message. So the messaging is there's gonna be pricing for messages similar to the OnlyFans model, and then there's gonna be a bigger price for to talk in person. It's gonna be just like how women you can do it now with like the menu where you have women who basically literally charge for FaceTime calls for pictures, and again, it's like the OnlyFans model. So I think that we're gonna start to see a version of that where everything is gonna be through a paywall.
Yeah, that's agree. That's kind of what I was getting at, though. I think if you look at what women say about Tinder, like how they and these other apps, how they speak about it, they realize that the most unsuccessful men in the dating market and most desperate men pool onto these apps and they spend a massive amount of time on them. And they know that there's money and resources to be got there. So that's kind of what I was getting at. Because like I brought up before, there's not very many women on dating apps if you look at the real numbers. There's not very many real like actual
Well, they already have
female
their
accounts.
chats. Like, yeah, no, you're absolutely right because most women already have their either their chats or their Tyrones on. Like most women already have because I've said this before, right? I think that COVID was the real silver bullet. Like COVID was like the double tap. Like you know how like you double tap a zombie? That was the double tap where after COVID, the music in musical chairs was over. After COVID, the women already had, for the most part, or still have their Tyrones and Chads that they just have. You know what I'm saying? Like so they already, especially in like their area, I think most women already have the men that they're sleeping with. And then once COVID hit, they just kind of stuck with those men more or less. Obviously they're still meeting other people, but I'm saying in regards to they don't have a reason to go on the app more times than not, hence why they're not on the app. Yep, Wavy's right. Dating apps will be a prostitution pipeline. Well, it already is.
Yeah,
It already is. Yeah.
it's already been that. That's the thing. That's why I made that comment when I was talking about like at this point it's not even just like a pipeline. Like I mean I guess it's still a pipeline, but like it's a pipeline to where because like I said it's like you'll see a chick on a dating app either like especially like a Tinder, right? And like you see the chick and like you won't see how far she is away from you, or maybe you might see how far she is away from you, and then like there'll be a link to like an Instagram, or some of these chicks are bold enough to like actually put their OnlyFans and
yeah, they put their OnlyFans, their Cash Apps and things of this nature. I mean, we're already sort of there, and also women don't really go outside. I mean, I ended up having to move back home recently. And you know, my old neighborhood, there's no women out. I walk out, like it's different than where I was before, deeper in the city. And there's like no women out. And I know that's been problems for the men. Like women, they're not, you know. So it's
like, I literally seen a profile yesterday that was like she's into Findom, if you know what that is. And yeah, she was like $100 a message. I'm like, is this chick out of her fucking mind?
Yeah, no, they and so what it is as well is that they're also cashing out on their interactions with Chad and Tyrone. So that because that's really all OnlyFans was. OnlyFans, it like whether it's OnlyFans, you know, I mean, women's. I know this is like, you know, on the fringes, but women selling their panties and use underwear and shit like that. But yeah, they're able to take the footage of the Chads and Tyrones and then sell it back to you, the beta male. To me, it's perfect. It's like I mean, think about it. Fellas, I need you to think about this shit. Imagine if you was able to have sex with all these women and then take the videos of you having sex with women and sell it for money. That's where a lot of these women are right now.
Yeah, I think with dating apps, you know, I think that the only way they die is if men have an awakening and say, I'm not going to pay for this anymore. But once again, there's a sucker born every day. So enough men. The problem always is that men aren't blackpilled as much as they should be, right? Or as probably not at all should be told. But so you know, men will hop off the app, hop on the app. Some men will pay, and enough men will pay to keep the app going. And I'd imagine that the like once you actually, you know, have the app made and ready to go, the actual upkeep cost can't be but so much. So I wouldn't know that. I'd have to like look at their actual profit and loss statements, but because I think they're publicly traded, I believe. But other ways, but like once again, like there's a sucker born every day, and as long as men have a perceived idea in their mind that there's a chance, you know, there's a chance I can meet somebody on this app, then you know, who knows.
Yeah, because like actually, I have mentioned this to you before, Mystery.
Well, no, I agree with you.
Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, no, I disagree with that, Mystery, because me, for example, because there was a time where I was hanging on for dear life on these fucking apps, but that was only because I was around when they worked. No, I'm being serious. I was around when they worked, or when they were more fair, I should say. I was around in 2016. I was around with using them in 2017, and I was relatively. I mean, I know that I'm tall and all that, and I still have my hair back then, or at least whatever. But I still had some success back then, and then it went doing it for everybody. I think that you're going to see a different take with this next generation, only because for most of Gen Alpha or Gen Z or whatever, the vast majority of them, it never worked. They never saw. It's like the Book of Eli, right? It's like the Eli, the Denzel character in that movie. He saw what civilization looked like, so his perspective is different than the younger characters in that civilization, right? Because so that's what I always make movie references.
Yeah, and there is some data that says that Gen Z is like dropping the apps like nobody's business, right? They don't particularly want to use them anymore. So,
but how many? My thing is, people's participation in these apps, we know from being in this community for so long, it isn't based on success. It's based on desperation and like cognitive dissonance, because we already know that there's millions of guys out there that have had no success on the apps, and they're still paying for them, and they're still taking women on foodie calls or whatever. So I don't think that's that valid of an argument.
So I hear what you're saying, but most men don't qualify even for the foodie call. There was a time where if you were, tell me if I'm wrong, Mystery, there was a time where if you were a dude who was a 5 out of 5, you could get yourself a woman to foodie call you who was also maybe a 5 out of 5 or maybe a 4 or maybe a 6, but you could be a relatively average dude in like at a certain point. Now you got to be a fucking 7 or 8 out of 10 to qualify as a foodie call.
It's more like a 7 or 8 out of 5.
You need 10, right? My God, what the fuck are we doing?
No, well, I think it depends. I think it depends on I'm not going to bring up necessarily race, but I do think that's a factor. But overall, yeah, I would say closer to an 8, Andre. And the reason why I was saying 8 is because if you're a 7, you're not going to get matches on an app. So you won't even get you like if you're a 7, you're not even going to get a chance to one match, or even if you do match just because I don't know, like she just gave you a chance, she's not going to communicate with you like out of all of the other men who she also matched with.
I gotta ask you guys this because I was just watching this earlier. A certain content creator that I mentioned fucking a week or two ago. He actually did a stream earlier, and he was talking about the beef between her and Pearl. Talking about basically she's a born again Christian, but she used to do OnlyFans, and she apparently made like almost 10 mil off OnlyFans, but she's a born again Christian now, and she said that Jesus, Jesus apparently came inside her in her living room and changed her ways. That was the funniest shit ever.
Wait, who said that?
That's what that chick said, that Jesus apparently he came inside her while she was in her living room and changed her ways, and she's a born again Christian, and now she's now she's a trad-con.
Are you making a sexual pun joke like come inside, or did she just say come inside as in came inside her heart in a non-sexual way?
She meant come inside her heart, but like she said in her living room.
You kind of you kind of insinuated that she I was just making sure. But what about
like I was kind of making the correlation between like what she said and like me watching that episode of South Park where Cartman started a Christian rock band. I'm like, how is this any different?
Oh yeah, I mean you can't take any of these, like especially like a chick from OnlyFans, you can't take any of them seriously when it comes down to what they actually believe in their heart of hearts. But that's just obviously known though. I believe though, right? I mean, people who doesn't know that, but yeah, they don't. You can't take them seriously. That's all it comes down to.
Yeah, you can. I mean, yeah, it's weird. I mean, like Pearl's obsession with that girl. I mean, I don't really care. The fact of the matter is that because she's an attractive woman, so of course, like she's gonna be welcomed with open arms, anyways. But there is no bar low enough for men not to take a woman back as long as she's decent, even decent looking. Like there's they're always gonna find a beta bucks. They're always gonna find somebody to fall back on. And there was a little post that went viral on TikTok talking about Pearl and why she's available. Like there was some like white guy saying, "Oh, she's available because she's masculine and blah 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 blah." But I'm like, nah, like even Pearl, as ugly or unattractive as Pearl is, still has plenty of guys who want to date her and is probably already dating somebody. So it's like this notion or this idea that these women can't ever find a guy even in their 30s. That's just not a, the red pill really did a number on a lot of these men, bro. Like the red pill, like really like I know we talk about the blue pill line of motherfuckers. The red pill was, I think, an even more diabolical lie, because the blue pill at least told men, hey, settle down. Like at least it kind of told men in a sense that they should probably settle down, or that, not to play the field, like to a certain degree. But the red pill just really like I gave men a lot of bad information.
Like there was a question that good. The red pill is like the second line of defense. It's like the second line of placation after someone breaks out of the blue pill. Because, I mean, don't you agree?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. Honestly, it's not wrong though. You're not wrong. Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Like someone breaks out of the plantation, but they're still inside the fence. They're like, I got out of the plantation, but they're still like, they're still caged.
Well, there was a question that was posed by the content creator, was that like he specifically posed this to, like, he was like, any white man that's in the chat right now, answer this question. Would you prefer Pearl, who prefers black dudes, or would you rather an OnlyFans chick? The majority of the white guys that responded said the OnlyFans chick.
Well, fucking obviously. I mean, she's an objectively. I mean, the thing about it is that, like, take a Pearl, take the OnlyFans chick. There's no evidence that suggests that Pearl hasn't taken. Maybe I'm not gonna say just as much dick, but we don't know what the fuck Pearl was doing. Pearl is a relatively unattractive, tall white girl who likes black dudes. You don't think? I mean, come on, so.
Burn the coal, pay the toll, right? That's the meme.
So as far as their sexual background is concerned, the only difference is that there's no videos of Pearl getting double teamed by like two white guys.
We don't know that yet.
Right, but that's just like the difference. But what I also say is that we're entering an age where, let's just say, for whatever reason, guys and women do start to get married or start to couple up for some reason. Let's just say that just becomes a thing. Your woman, there is a strong motherfucking chance that your girl is either going to have videos of herself fucking either online or in somebody else's phone anyway, and you're going to have to be okay with it.
Sneaking Ninja, Pearl is like, she's blue pill but trad. Like, huh?
No, but Pearl. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's kind of weird to refer to women as blue pill, like, because women were not lied to in a way that men were lied to. So it doesn't make sense to call a woman blue pill, black pill, or red pill or whatever.
Well, she's just grifting. I mean, she doesn't give a fuck about any of that shit.
I mean, but but my problem with the whole grifting thing is that, okay, regardless of whether or not she's grifting, is what she's saying right or correct or incorrect?
No, she's telling the truth. That's the reason why she was getting support.
Yeah, but right. So if she's telling the truth, if she's spreading the information, if she and actually calling out the bullshit, spreading the information, then to me, it doesn't give. I don't really care whether or not she's quote unquote grifting or whatever. I just really don't. Chip Skylark so funny. He said she only did 2 scenes, bro. No, he and that's absolutely true. But Vital, what you said earlier about the red pill being another the next line of defense, I think that's a brilliant statement. I think that's
Well, the reason I say that is if you look at the blue pill, it says the red pill doesn't say that much different from the blue pill in practice. It's only different like in philosophy, because it still says you should use money to get women. You should provide for women. You should basically let women use you. It changes things from you should be submissive. Well,
they just basically turn up the volume. So the blue pill, because the blue pill probably said that money doesn't matter a whole lot. You got to provide X, Y, and Z. Red pill, money does matter. Like the blue pill, it's important to be in decent shape and to not be fat. Red pill, be muscular. So it kind of seems like a lot of the red pill is just the blue pill on fucking steroids a bit, in a sense, or like it's like the fucking what was that one? Go ahead.
Well, Jay, like you got to acknowledge this, because like the dating coaches be like, because you said that lookism doesn't matter, but the dating coaches be like, all you got to do is just hit the gym and just work out a little bit and fucking just shower properly and fucking
it's everything. It's everything. No, think about it. Think about all the things that the red pill says. It's the red pill is just the blue pill on steroids. So the blue pill, because the blue pill didn't say that money didn't matter. It's just that money is not the end all be all. You just have a job. Like that's like the blue pill basically told men you just have a job and go outside, be a good person. The red pill, have a lot of money, be the most charismatic person in the room, right? Like game, be fucking Machiavellian in how you approach, like all that. Like it just that's really all it is. If you really think about every aspect of the blue pill in regards to how they teach you about women, and think about what the red pill is counterpart, it's just the extreme of it.
Yeah, because if you think about it, the blue pill is really going to stop working, because these guys who aren't attractive to women, they're going to realize that just having a decent, respectable job, it doesn't provide enough money to fuck with these women. So,
well, and like a big part of the problem is like these like dating coaches and shit don't realize that like they're the reason why the red pill was created in the first place, because the dudes like them selling dudes lies. Because I have like these dating coaches. So I have listened to a few, not because I need their help or no shit like that, but I'm just listening to what they have to say, and I'm
you saying they're the reason why people come to the black pill? Is that what you're saying?
Well, why people make the transition from red pill to eventually black pill because that's like once you get a little bit of red pill, like you're gonna want to know more, and then it's gonna lead you to the black pill.
Yeah, no, it's important. I like because it's just a transitioning period. Like again, like if you look at the movie The Matrix, Neo had to unplug or take the red pill in order for him to get to the second movie where he realized, oh shit, I meet the architect. Oh, this whole thing is some bullshit. Oh, this is actually futile. If you've seen, it's not the best fucking movie. But to me, the black pill is kind of like that, right? It's like you figure out, like you take a whole step back and you realize, oh, this whole thing, even the red pill, okay, this is really just about this thing. Oh wow, like taking a black pill is kind of like that moment when you watch Fight Club and you get to the part, spoilers for Fight Club, like you get to that part of Fight Club, you find out the twist, and you look back and you're like, oh, that actually makes a whole lot of sense. You know what I mean? But you got to get there.
Well, I don't think the red pill really is a stepping stone to the black pill. I mean, you could view it that way, but if you look at how the red pill community has grown and versus how the black pill community has grown, I don't really think you can make an argument that it's like a stepping stone to the black pill. Really?
Well, I will say the reason why one reason why is because most guys who come to the black pill were red pill before they got here. That's actually a lot more common. Then you go on. Most people are not going from just be yourself to oh, genetics is the only thing that matters. You actually have to be open, because the black pill, first of all, it's called the black pill. It's associated with incels. It's associated with like all this negative shit. So just the fact that we call it black pill, it makes it like, oh, like don't go there. That's where the weird people go. And then you actually go to where the weird people are, and you realize, oh shit, this is actually where the true shit is. Wow. Oh wow. You know what I mean? Like that, like that's why this space is still pretty small, but it's still growing and growing and growing, because the red pill is growing.
Like, you may not view it as a stepping stone. I view it as a stepping stone because I mean, I would say I was already black pill before I even came to the space. Before I knew it was a black pill. Before I knew it was a black pill take to have, like, I was already black pilled. But just learning about it, like, yeah.
Because but also too, it's like, okay, think about it. Why do because the red pill, people talk about how the black pill is full of incels. Well, the fuck, so is the red pill. The red pill has more incels than the black pill does, just on the fact that the red pill is fucking bigger than the black pill. Think about that.
I mean, you did have a great black pill take earlier when you were saying that, like, you spent some time at the JUCO, because I've also spent some time at the JUCO, and
I wouldn't even consider that necessary. I don't think that's necessarily neither black pill or red pill. That was just more so me coming out of a situation, some sort of situationship where I was dating a girl and it kind of fell apart. And I was like, you know what? I got money at this point. Fuck it. Let's see what this is all about. Oh wow, I was able to get a much more attractive woman that I wouldn't have gotten. And I just had to do this, as opposed to texting and saying this and being worried about that. And it was just a lot more of it was a lot simpler. So I understand.
you cut out, Jay.
It's a lot less, you're not having to go ahead.
You cut out.
Can you repeat,
I'm
like,
sorry,
your
go ahead, what
last
happened?
maybe?
You cut out.
You cut out for like the last 30 seconds.
God damn it.
Well,
I was only
25 seconds.
fuck. I hope you can hear me. I was only saying that and understand why Coach Greg Adams like that philosophy, because you were in that when you go to JUCO, you're able to get an attractive woman that you actually more or less want to sleep with. She doesn't have to be a 10 or a 9, but she's an attractive woman. You cut out all of the texting bullshit. You cut out a lot of this, what should I say, and all that kind of bullshit that if anybody who's actually dated, you're cutting out 95% of it. You could, you don't have to, do the circus as what's that guy from the circus? I don't want to steal his term. MD used to say. So you don't have to do any of that, and it's just a more seemingly streamlined process, but you just need to have the funds to do it. I don't know if that's necessarily black pilled or not, but
that's definitely black pilled, man. If you're cutting out like the unnecessary shit, yes, I think that's black pilled, because like you realize that it's not worth your fucking time. But
well, I mean, but it depends though, because it may not be worth, you say it's not worth your time, but is it worth the money? Because the true black pill is because the girl that I was dealing with, I done found out some stuff that she used to do in college, and found out all the a friend of mine told me about all these guys that she used to deal with, and it's kind of like, yeah, it does kind of feel messed up when you're paying a pretty price for a woman who used to give it up to the frat boys and the football, like it. So that to me is the actual black pill. But are you willing to be okay with that?
That's what leads you to being black pilled, because you're just like, when you realize that neither is worth it, but like it can be useful in times of need, if you get what I'm trying to say.
No, I kind of get it.
Well, I got to get going anyway. So I got to end the stream anyway. So the guy who wanted to come in, but I'm just gonna leave him there because I had to leave anyway. So BPJ, last words.
No, man. Look, I hope you do a Friday stream, man. Man,
Yeah,
I know you
boy.
gotta go, but yeah, baby. Look, man, we need this, bro. Like, this is you're doing the Lord's work, mystery. Like these streams are important. Like, you're helping out a lot of people, man. You're more than you know, man.
All right, well, I'm glad to hear that. All right, dude. See you. Vital Fast. Last words.
Get out. Get out.
All right, dude. See you. Andre, last words.
Thanks for having me. Peace out.
All right, dude. See you. Oh boy, and then there was one. Holy shit, we're done. Thank God. An hour and a half of my life gone forever and ever and ever. I'll never get that hour and a half back, dudes. Yeah, well, that was pretty fun, honestly. That was a good stream. All right, dudes. Well, please, this has been Mystery School. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you liked the video. Maybe you hated the video, leave a comment anyway. And never forget, dudes, that wasn't fucking gold. I'll see you guys on the next SNC episode 69. 69, yeah, I believe, of season 2. This Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, dudes, once again, enjoy your fucking week. Enjoy the rest of your week, rather. And cheers, my dudes.